Hey there, superhero fans, and welcome to Screen Rant. Now, we've all heard of the Snyder Cut of Justice League by now. You might actually even be tired of hearing about it at this point, and Zack Snyder has not been shy about sharing images and other behind-the-scenes looks at the Justice League movie that could have been had the movie not been vastly redone after he was replaced by Joss Whedon. Among the characters that were cut from the theatrical release of the movie, and there are a lot, we don't think any of them really illustrate just how different it was from the Snyder Cut than Darkseid. He was even teased by Lex Luthor at the end of Batman v Superman, but when the movie hit theaters, he was nowhere to be found. And not only was Darkseid's role in Justice League shot, he was also meant to be on the opposite end of the bad guy spectrum from Thanos in the MCU. Now, the two do share some similarities. They do kind of look the same, and they're both incredibly powerful, tyrannical rulers, but the info that's come out in the last couple years has revealed how they would have differed on the big screen. I'm Greg Elliott, and here's everything we know about how Darkseid's role in Zack Snyder's DCEU was different from that of Thanos in the MCU. One of the major points of contrast is that Darkseid would have showed up a lot sooner in his respective franchise than Thanos. Thanos was first teased in the Avengers post-credits scene and showed up briefly in Guardians of the Galaxy and Age of Ultron, but it wasn't until Infinity War, the MCU's 18th film, that he took on a front and center role as the franchise's big bad. Darkseid, on the other hand, had he showed up when he was supposed to, would have made his first big appearance in Justice League, the DCEU's 5th film. Steppenwolf was still the main villain, but Darkseid was still supposed to have made a big impression, including going head-to-head with Ares during the history lesson, and was meant to serve as a looming presence throughout the film, kind of like Sauron from Lord of the Rings, until the League saw him appear through a boom tube at the end of the movie. Darkseid would have also had more setup than Thanos did, or at least wouldn't have spread it out so much. There were teases to Darkseid planted throughout Batman v Superman, including the nightmare sequence and Lex's warning at the end of the film, and Justice League was supposed to pay these off, with one of the movie's trailers even mentioning that, quote, something darker was on the way. Following Steppenwolf's defeat at the end of Justice League, which was by the way much more brutal in Snyder's version, the movie would have set Darkseid up for more of a main villain role like that of Thanos in Infinity War, but Darkseid's motivations would have also been different than Thanos's. As we know, Thanos wanted to collect all the Infinity Stones in order to fix the universe's overpopulation and overuse of resources, and while less has been confirmed outright about Darkseid's reasoning, we know that it would have involved the anti-life equation, which is different depending on what comic you're reading, but in short, it convinces people that life, hope, and freedom are pointless, allowing whoever wields it to conquer any form of life. The nightmare scene shows Superman having sided with the forces of Apocalypse, which points to Darkseid trying, at least, to bring Superman over to his side. And with the heroic death for Batman that Snyder had originally planned, it also seems like he might have been going for something like an adaptation of Grant Morrison's Final Crisis comics for Justice League 2, where Darkseid kind of undoes reality. Yep, that's pretty much as complicated as it sounds, but suffice to say that Darkseid generally just wants to destroy things, not like Thanos, who was operating with some misguided purpose of balancing the universe. Anywho, the two are clearly quite different, and who knows, maybe one day we will get to see what Zack Snyder was trying to go for all along. Keep coming back to Screen Rant for more DC and Marvel talk. I'm Greg Elliott, and I'll see you around. Peace.